to try something a little different by hosting a mini masterclass right here in IGTV. This mini masterclass is going to give you a sneak peek inside a live upcoming masterclass I have called Visibly Vulnerable. This is only going to be a short and sweet little snippet of one lesson that I will be featuring in this masterclass, and that is brand voice, specifically how to define your brand voice. And I love touching on this topic because it's not just how you sound in a video or a podcast episode, but it's also extends into how you write. And I find when we define and know exactly what our brand voice is and how that sounds, we can also step into embodying that brand voice, and it even boosts our confidence a little bit. The first thing I want to cover with brand voice are your brand pillars. Before you start talking and people can recognize that, what are you talking about in the first place? What are the main topics that you are going to touch on during your content or your time working with a client? What can people expect from you? People need to know what your brand or business is all about and how it has any relation to them. The next thing I love to talk about are brand identifiers, because brand identifiers, while they may be similar to a pillar, these are more ways that you are going to be recognized, whether that's because you're always wearing a certain color bodysuit, or maybe you always have your dog around and you are a super proud pit bull mom like myself. And while you may not talk about your dog all the time, being a dog mom may be part of your business motivation, or it may just be in your imagery, or it may be something you talk about because it still in some ways and capacity relates to your business or brand, because you are your business or brand. Next up, we've got signature greeting. And for me, this is super fun just because it's an easy way to get comfortable, but really say, this is who I am and this is how I'm going to do business moving forward, by simply choosing how you want to greet and refer to your audience, and even how you want to say your farewells. I personally love to say hi babes or chat soon whenever I am referring to an audience member in a newsletter, and sometimes even when I'm on my Instagram stories. So for me, that has even translated into how I really talk in real life, but also kind of gives me a fun, playful reminder just by the way that I like to communicate that, hey, while we may be doing business and we may be putting big goals and intentions, at the end of the day, we're just here to relate and chat. Finally, we have marketable title. This is something that I find so much power in, because you do not have to go by a certain title just because that's what the industry says, or just because you have a degree that says this is what you have to call yourself. You get to determine and define how other people will refer to you and your business and your position. This is an opportunity to educate your audience and future clients on what you do, how you do it, and why you choose to give yourself the title you have. I really hope that this was helpful, and if any of these tips resonated with you as far as defining, refining, and amplifying your brand voice, make sure you use the link in my bio to learn all about my upcoming live Visibly Vulnerable Masterclass. Remember, this was only a little bit of one lesson of 4 that will be featured in this masterclass. And if you in any way, shape, or form resonated with this and are waiting for a little more, make sure you grab that link and check it out. Seats are limited, so make sure you grab your ticket and get ready to get visibly vulnerable.